Hey, it's Cassie from Curry Honda in Chicopee. You're listening to the Bax and Nagle podcast on Rock 102. Come see us at Curry Honda for the best selection of new and pre-owned vehicles. Experience the best at Curry Honda. Thanks for listening.
Hollywood Trash is brought to you by Western Mass Masons. Call them for all your foundation and chimney needs.
Maybe.
Yeah.
Somehow you still care about what's happening in Hollywood. So, from Tinseltown, 3,000 miles away, it's Steve Nagle's Hollywood Trash.
Hollywood action icon Tom Cruise is reportedly devastated following his breakup with actress Ana de Armas, with sources claiming the actor now fears he may be undateable. Undateable! Insiders close to the star shared that the 63-year-old actor had high hopes for his relationships with the Knives Out actress. Cruise was apparently considering the 37-year-old star as a potential fourth wife. But after what sources describe as a messy split, Cruise is said to be left embarrassed and heartbroken. Dating earlier this year, insiders told the National Enquirer, because they're the most reliable source, that de Armas was quickly swept off her feet by the allure of Cruise's star power. Going from Batman actor Ben Affleck to a huge movie star was an excitement for the actress, especially as her friends earlier described Cruise as charming and attentive. Sources say everything seemed perfect for de Armas, but things reportedly changed once the initial thrill faded. Hey, tell me more about this scientist stuff you're into.
You know, that may be a red flag for some people, and so might his age at 63 years old.
Yeah.
To me, the biggest red flag is he's looking to get married a fourth time. I mean, dude, 4 times.
Well, I mean, when you have the resources to give half to 3 other people.
Yeah.
You know.
But 4 halves of everything you have is like almost twice what you didn't have to start with. I have to figure out the math, but it's a no-win situation at number 4.
Well, eventually, Cruise's intensity and desire for control began to strain the relationship, making de Armas feel suffocated and micromanaged. Perhaps him not wanting to put somebody in a cult might be the deal breaker.
I don't know.
Oh, he's such a nice guy. He opens the car doors and he gets me involved in chants that I don't want to be involved with.
Hey, before you get crazy and start dating Tom Cruise, here's a little pamphlet on what those people believe. If you're still good with that, then you have my permission to marry him. If not, you might want to start thinking about seeing other people.
And he's like, let me tell you about my friend L. Ron Hubbard. And he's like, the little kid who played Opie in Mayberry?
No, Steve. That's Ron Howard. You're thinking about the son from the Jetsons.
No, that's Elroy. Well, either way.
It wasn't Elroy Hubbard?
Let's see. The NFL commissioner says the NFL, in collaboration with Apple Music and Rock Nation, announced Bad Bunny as the headliner for the Super Bowl halftime show. Of course, it sparked criticism from political figures. Despite backlash, NFL Commissioner Roger Goodell defended the decision, emphasizing Bad Bunny's global popularity and entertainment value. Bad Bunny, who has not expressed anti-American sentiments, has faced tour cancellations due to ICE concerns and now faces potential immigration operations on Super Bowl day. The artist's selection marks another instance of controversy over the NFL's halftime show choices. I don't understand why people get so bent out of shape for a program that lasts 15 minutes and really has nothing to do with the rest of the game.
For some people, the halftime show is the only thing they care about. For me, I could care less.
I could care less, too.
Yeah.
Why is this such a big deal?
I have no idea. He's a very popular artist. He's won a bunch of Grammy Awards. You don't have to love the guy. You just have to have enough time to go to the bathroom, make yourself another snack, and then sit down for the second half.
That's really what it's all about, you know? I don't know.
Yeah.
Let's see. Miley Cyrus. What's she up to? She confirmed on Instagram that she wrote a song for the upcoming Avatar sequel produced by Mark Ronson and Andrew Wyatt. The track's title was not revealed in the post. Cyrus expressed personal connection to the project, citing her own experiences with fire and rebuilding. She described the film's themes of unity, healing, and love as deeply resonating with her. This song marks her first release since her 9th studio album.
How exciting.
Cannot wait.
I know, me too.
For that. Let's see. Paul Walter Hauser is hoping to cast Sam Rockwell as Lorne Michaels in his upcoming Chris Farley movie. Directed by Josh Gad, Hauser plans to cast newcomers as Farley's SNL castmates, but wants a big name for Michaels. He made a public plea to Rockwell, saying he would do his Farley impression to make him laugh. Ha ha ha.
That's good. You're right.
The film screenwriters have turned in their best draft, and they hope to start shooting early and middle of next year, pending studio approval. So now we know there's a Chris Farley movie out there that's going to be made.
Well, that's great. No one's asked me for any of my Chris Farley anecdotes.
Well, yeah, you have quite a few of them, didn't you? Used to? Well, you have some.
I got a couple.
Yeah.
Well, not a ton.
I don't even. What is Celebrity Traders? Have you seen Celebrity Traders?
Isn't that kind of like an auto trader?
No,
Only for celebrities,
it sounds
they can
like-
trade one for the other?
It sounds like they're telling on each other. Stephen Fry allegedly got into feud with fellow contestant David Oglusa on the set of Celebrity Traders. The two accused each other of being traitors, leading to an heated argument that won't be shown on the show. Despite claims of tension, it's a BBC show. A BBC spokesperson denied any issues between the two. Well, thank God we got to the bottom of that.
I was wondering what was going on with that.
I have no idea. Demi Lovato. Where did I just see that? Demi Lovato recently shared her decision to publicly discuss her rehab journey earlier in her career. In an interview on the La Culturistas podcast, that thing, Lovato explained that she felt a responsibility to be a role model and help young people facing similar struggles. This choice set the tone for her lifelong advocacy and openness about her mental health challenges. Well, there you go.
Well,
Is it Demi or Demi?
Have you ever heard of the Semi tractor trailer?
Yes, actually I have. I bet you didn't.
No, I've never heard of that.
And let's see what our girl Kim Kardashian is up to. She's got her Skims brand is introducing a scented swimwear line.
Really?
Each bikini will smell like summer memories and fresh coconut.
Well, she just had something to say.
Oh my God, the last time I smelled like that, I had a intense smell around me like that was when Ray J gave my love lasagna the old Hawaiian punch in that sex tape you can purchase on YouPorn for $39.95.
Oh, yeah. Caitlin?
I never rode the waves with your mother Chris like that, Kim. But one night she did give me a fuzzy sea cucumber full-body noogie. She had a real thing for exfoliating with the old knuckle snorkel.
What are you trying to say?
What I'm trying to say is she once played all 12 minutes of Freebird on my pocket bassoon. Ah, your mother, shedding tears like a wounded sea cow while I tuned the meat sacks. Did you ever tune the meat sacks?
I think that's private information.
Well, you went out with Chris once. You should tell me. And that's your Hollywood Trash on Rock 102. Ah!
And now, Bax's View from the Couch. Brought to you by Rocky's Ace Hardware, Outdoor Power Headquarters, Steel, Ego, Craftsman, Toro, DeWalt.
Hey, good morning, sports fans. How the heck are you? Well, folks, here we go. The NBA season has officially begun, and even though the Boston Celtics may have lost their season opener at home to a heated divisional rival, I would like to remind you that we still have 81 games left in the schedule. And so, without leaping into a full-scale panic, I would suggest that last night's 117 to 116 point loss to the Philadelphia 76ers was simply a matter of a team being a little rusty. Rusty and intermittently ineffective. But that's just me talking. Sure, the Celtics are likely going to be without Jason Tatum for the entire season, but there's still plenty of guys left in the team that are still pretty good. Sure, you may not have Kristaps Porzingis or Al Horford on the team anymore, and yeah, the Celtics defense allowed Tyrese Maxey of the Sixers to knock down 40 points, and yeah, the Celtics may have allowed rookie VJ Edgecombe to score the most points in his NBA debut in team history with 34 points, a total which edged out the legendary Wilt Chamberlain, who scored 32 points in his Philadelphia debut all the way back in 1959. Sure, a guy might panic after something like that, but I don't think that allowing the 72 points that were scored by those two guys alone in a single night should cause anybody a great deal of concern. After all, there's a lot more basketball yet to come. Now, if the same sort of thing winds up happening again, such as during tomorrow night's game on the road against the Knicks, then I might be willing to allow brief shades of concern. But last night, just one game. One game out of many. Granted, wasn't all bad. Both Jaylen Brown and Derek White led the Celtics with 25 points apiece. That just happens to be 22 points less than the two guys scored in Philadelphia. While math may not typically be my strong suit, I think you'd be surprised how much better my math skills get during a 1-point loss. And this was one of those nights. But hey, you never mind yapping. Sports brought to you by Rocky's Ace Hardware. Have you tested your smoke alarms lately? Well, you need to go to Rocky's. Buy 2, get 1 free. First alert smoke alarms. Also carbon monoxide alarms, fire extinguishers, and more. October is Fire Safety Month. Fire's no joke. Do the test, and then go to Rocky's to buy 2, get 1 free with First Alert deals. I'm Bax. That's my view from the couch. Rock 102, Springfield's Classic Rock at 6:11 and Hart with Bax and Nagle on Rock 102.
Mix of sun and clouds with a high of 60s. More of the same for tomorrow. It's 45 right now in downtown Springfield.
Hell of a show today. We're going to have Rush tickets to give away a little bit later on this hour.
Rush.
Rush at Mohegan Sun, and we'll tell you all about that coming up in just a little bit.
Gene Simmons with Rush.
You know, Rush used to open up for Kiss. Did you know that?
Well, I'm sure they probably did at some point down the road. But,
yeah, they early on in their career, maybe even pre Neil Peart joining them.
Yeah.
When John Rutsey was the drummer.
Damn.
They used to open up for Kiss.
Kiss. Rush. Kiss.
Yeah, right. Anyhow, we haven't really talked a lot about this lately or even over the years. But this building is a walking nightmare. And we have talked about some of the issues that have happened. Toilets overflowing, dead animals in the walls, dry rot, all
mold,
sinkholes, right? All
deadly trees that are ready to fall on a vehicle or a person.
Exactly.
Wires hanging off the side of the building.
Mm-hmm. Being set on fire once. All the things that kind of foreshadow a building that should be demolished.
Right.
I think we can all agree this should have been done many, many years ago. Well, I don't think I'm talking out of turn when I say, without getting into too many details, it appears as though Rock 102 will be moving to a new facility.
We're moving?
We're moving on up.
Wow.
Now, I don't want to say where, and I don't want to say how, because I don't want anything to
why is that
fall
a secret?
apart. I don't know why it's because we haven't really talked about the specifics of it yet, and I don't know if I'm even allowed to say that. All I can tell you is I don't want anything interrupting the build-out of our new facility.
Why wouldn't you be allowed to say where we're going?
Steve, you got to understand business. If I do too much of the yap, then all of a sudden I'm called into the office, I'm sat down by the boss, and then I'm berated for 45 minutes about why I should have kept my mouth shut.
All right, well, I'm going to reveal it. It's an empty bank in East Longmeadow that we're moving into.
Well, if you want to be the one to expose all of our many trade secrets, you go right ahead, Steve. You're standing alone on this one.
We had a Boston Market. Then it was some kind of weird restaurant for a while. Now it's a Chase, and now it's going to be Rock 102, right at the middle of the Rotary. We're going to be standing out there.
Which is a great place to go if you want to grab, like, Rush tickets that you just won. Anyway, the reason I'm bringing this up, we got an email yesterday from the boss that said that we're going to be getting a dumpster, and that if you want to throw stuff away from your workspace, that these dates are the dates to do it. That any personal items should be taken home, at least until the time that we move, and at that point, then there you go. That's how we're going to organize this whole thing.
I already did that a couple of years ago when I thought I was going to get fired. So my stuff is home.
Right, and I had stuff in a box for many, many years when I thought I was going to leave this place, but then it didn't happen, and so I emptied the box and threw the box away. Now, what I do have is an office space upstairs. Mm-hmm. It used to be an office for 2. Now I'm kind of riding solo in that room. But anyway, my point is this. There is a closet in that office that has collected 30 years of junk. And I mean, like, real junk. Like, there's stuff that has not been touched or used in 30 freaking years.
To which 15 years ago, you already cleaned it out.
Yeah, that was like
Once.
the last time.
That was once.
Right, exactly.
When we were doing, what were we doing here?
I've been asking myself that question for 30 years, Steve.
We had a big thing where we had to. There was a bunch of stuff because I got a bunch of stuff. They were going to throw away like this audio equipment stuff that I totally used.
Yeah. There's still stuff up there now. There's like a whole bunch of office phones. There's microphone stands.
Yeah.
There's all these tapes that
Yeah.
we have that can't be transferred onto anything anymore.
Right.
Well, so I'm going through it the other day, right? And I'm just thinking, oh, okay, this will come, this will go, this can get trashed, this I want to keep.
Yeah.
And then I find this thing that I have no recollection of ever seeing before. It is a package of cookies in this closet. Now, again, I haven't cleaned this closet in 15 years.
What kind of cookies?
They look like the kind of cookies that come in a gift basket. The kind of cookies that, that it's not a familiar brand.
Like somebody sent a gift basket along and it came with the basket.
Right.
Like when we had our anniversaries, they sent us that box of stuff that I've never heard of before.
Right.
Yeah.
Right. And once you've tried it, you realize, that's the reason why nobody buys this.
Right.
Anyway, so this package of cookies is like one of these cookies that had like 3 sleeves of pre-wrapped cookies.
Yeah.
You know how like they sometimes do that? It'll come like 3 long sleeves and there's a bunch of cookies all stacked in there?
Yeah.
Well, that's how this was. One of the sleeves is gone. So at some point, somebody in our office, I don't want to name names, may have gone through that whole sleeve of cookies.
Okay.
But he didn't want to be a pig, so he put the other 2 sleeves in the closet where they have stayed forever. Now, again, I didn't know at the time how old these cookies were. It's possible that 15 years ago I thought, oh, there's cookies in here. Maybe he still wants them.
Yeah.
So I grabbed the cookies and looking at the packaging, and it's like a European brand. Never heard of them, but there's still 2 unopened sleeves of cookies, and I'm thinking this is going to be a hell of a science experiment.
Yeah, I was gonna say, you didn't eat them, did you?
Don't get ahead of me
All
here,
right.
Steve. Okay, I turned over the package, and the expiration date was in 2004.
Okay.
So these have been bad cookies
for over 20 years.
for 21 years.
Yeah.
Okay, so now I'm curious, what does an expired sleeve of cookies look like after 21 years?
Describe what kind of cookie is it again? It's
They
like
look like kind of like a sugar cookie. Like a vanilla flavored sugar cookie. Not a
Yeah.
fancy cookie by any stretch of the imagination. Just a regular, everyday, normal, boring cookie that you'd probably
Yeah. Okay.
Anyway, so I open up the package, and Aaron from the office is up there with me as I'm doing this.
Did you make a video of this?
I didn't and probably should have,
Yeah.
but the payoff visually really wouldn't have done you much good. All I can tell you is the cookies in the package looked perfectly fine
Yeah.
after 21 years. The difference is these cookies, after being encased in a waxed plastic wrapper, smelled like straight up gasoline.
Really?
They smelled horrific.
It's probably the preservatives inside the cookies.
I have no idea.
Yeah.
I've never smelled anything like this in my life. It's almost as if someone took these gasoline-scented cookies, swirled them around in the Linton septic tanks for a little while, and then packaged them, tried to sell them.
Oh.
So I said to Aaron, I said, smell these. Which is like the moment you tell someone to smell this, you know
Right.
it's never going to be, oh, that's a delightful smell. And you could see like the rush of vomit, beating on her uvula like a Mike Tyson speed bag type of thing. And I thought, this is absolutely the most ridiculously gross thing I've ever seen in my life. So we wrapped it up in the garbage, tied a bag, and then...
Why? Why didn't you just throw it in the trash can?
That's what we did, Steve.
No,
We
you
threw
didn't
it
have to tie it all up. It seems
You
like
couldn't
an extra...
just leave it it smelled so bad you couldn't just leave it in the basket.
Why don't you just walk it out to the dumpster? Just throw it in their hole.
Steve, I didn't want to be near it anymore. Just the 10 seconds it took to sniff it was bad enough. So we tied it up. The cleaning staff took it. It is now out and destroying something in nature somewhere. Now, the reason I'm bringing this up, I don't know what else is in that closet over the course of 30 years.
Is it the one in the office?
In the office.
We already went through a lot of that stuff.
Yeah, but that was years and years ago. And these cookies were expired 21 years ago. Mm-hmm. So there's a lot of other stuff that either needs to be auctioned off, thrown away, or whatever.
Something needs to be done.
Something needs to be done. Now, here's the other part about this. Yeah. When it comes to expired food, you know how every year of the Mayflower Marathon we talk about how we don't want expired food sent to us because these things have to stay on a shelf for a long time, and if you're not willing to eat it,
why
should somebody else have to eat your refuse? I got a text yesterday from the open pantry. This is disturbing. They just had to get rid of 20% of the stuff in their shelves because it was sent to them past the expiration date.
Who did that?
20%.
Who would send 20%? I mean, that's a lot of food.
It's a ton of food. Yeah. So, I got that information yesterday. I'm thinking 20% is a ridiculous amount of food to be lost.
Yeah.
After, how long does it take for a can of food to expire? Quite a long period of time, usually.
Yeah.
So, I just thought, listen, no one should be eating things that are expired even like 2 months after the expiration date. 20 years after the expiration date, definitely not.
Yet we still have people that come down and bring that stuff. Like, are you that ignorant, or are you just trying to clean out your pantry?
I don't think people are paying attention. I think they're going through their pantry and say, well, I'm never going to get to this can of yams. I'm never going to get to this can of meat. I'll just give it to the disadvantaged and the food insecure.
I try to go through the pantry, like at least once a month to see if there's anything that's coming up, that they can either consume, or
just get rid of.
If you still got a good year left on it, you can donate it and usually bring it down to the Hilltown food pantry thing. Just don't let it go to waste.
No,
there are so many people out there that could use this stuff before it expires. That you can do that. So make sure you're going through your stuff and checking it out.
So think about this. They've got their shelves are already bare. Okay, and they're serving food at record rates right now at the open pantry. The demand is so high. 20% represents an enormous amount of food. And, proportionally speaking, that puts them way behind. So, again, when you're thinking about the Mayflower Marathon, try to be mindful of that. People need to eat this food. This is not a way for you to get rid of stuff.
And also to not think of it in such an overwhelming manner. Like, you don't have to bring crates and crates and crates of food. If you just go out anytime you go out grocery shopping, pick up an extra can of green beans, put it to the side. Pick up an extra can of corn. It's just one little item, one little tiny little item. And when it all gets collected, it all gets put into the big collective, and then we have a lot of food.
That can of peas that doesn't expire for another 3 years is more valuable to somebody than a whole truckload of expired food that can't be used. Think about that. Yeah. So anyway, there's a couple of things going on. We're moving. My closet's a mess. Please don't give out expired. Something's got to give. Yeah. And please don't donate expired food.
I don't know how many times we can ask that to not do that.
And yet people still do it.
Remember that time we had somebody brought down frozen salmon, like in a package, down to the other location that we had?
Yes.
And it was like non-perishable.
Yeah.
A fish is perishable.
Even the vacuum sealed fish can at one point no longer be good.
Yuck.
Yeah. The vacuum sealed unrefrigerated salmon.
You should have given those cookies to Pat Kelly.
I almost thought about, hey, let's put them up in the conference room and see if anybody dives into it. You know how these vultures are.
He would have eaten them.
It's 6:25 on Rock 102. It's 6:28 with Bax and Nagle on Rock 102.
One of the one of the Sullys or the Liams or one of them Irish kids over there at Channel 40's got the weather for you. I can't remember which one it is.
Hey, the Rock 102 Mayflower Marathon Thunderbird hockey jerseys are on sale now. It is a Thunderbird Thursday, after all. And you can stop by the Rock 102 studios at 45 Fisher Avenue while we're still here in East Longmeadow, Monday through Friday, 9 to 5, to purchase yours. They're only $20, cash only. They are limited edition. Once we are out, we are all out. All the proceeds will be donated to the Mayflower Marathon. We are out of smalls. We are limited on mediums. Still have large, extra large, and double extra large. These things are kind of oversized because they're hockey jerseys after all. So if you want to get one, you got to move quick. Only $20. All goes to the Mayflower Marathon in the open pantry.
Sweet. Are you ready to laugh?
I'm ready to laugh.
All right, let's do it.
It's Bax and Nagle's Joke of the Day
I'm funny how? I mean, funny like I'm a clown. I amuse you.
on Rock 102,
I make you laugh.
Springfield's classic rock.
So a guy says he's finally decided to take a stand against his bossy wife.
Okay.
And he says, "Look, babe, I'm the man of the house, and I wear the pants around here. Starting tomorrow, things are going to change." She's like, "Okay, I'm fine with that. What did you have in mind?" And he said, "For starters, you can cook my breakfast and bring it to me. Then you can run my bath so I can relax. And guess who's going to help me get dressed and comb my hair?" And the wife goes, "The Undertaker." She's going to kill him. She's not going to take any of that kind of crap. She's not going to get pushed around like that.
Bax
6:33 with Bax and Nagle and Rock 102. It's time for news brought to you by Big Y, your family market. Here's local radio icon Steve Nagle.
Thanks, Bax. A teenager was arrested and faces multiple charges for allegedly burning the Northampton Post Office American flag. In a news release sent to 22 News from Northampton Police Captain Corey Robinson, officers were called around 7:07 p.m. on Tuesday. Very specific time.
7:07.
For a report of a fire at the U.S. Post Office on Bridge Street. Upon arrival, officers saw an American flag attached to the pole that was lowered and also had another black flag attached. Police say that in several areas, the American flag had appeared to be burning simultaneously as if sparks had ignited multiple sections. Firefighters were able to put out the fire and prevent any further damage. A 16-year-old suspect was captured after running away from the post office. He was arrested and charged with vandalizing property, burning personal property, disorderly conduct, setting fire in the open, and the department states there was no threat to public safety.
16 years old.
Well, you got to start them young.
That's a troubled youth right there.
Is it a troubled youth or just a bored kid?
Well, that's how most trouble starts. When a kid is bored and nothing to do,
See,
and that's when he starts setting things on fire or breaking stuff.
listen, young man, there's no need to feel down. You can get yourself off the ground.
Yeah, right. I don't have the lyrics in front of me.
What, you don't know the... you can't sing it in your head, young.
You know, if he only had access to the YMCA, things would maybe turn around for him.
Yeah, there's no need to feel down, young man. You pick yourself up off the ground.
Yes.
I said, young man, because you're new in town. You're in a new town.
Yes.
There's no need to be unhappy.
Now, is there a place he could go?
Yeah, when you're short on your dough.
I mean, could he stay there? I'm sure he will find many ways to have a good time.
Oh, yes, it's fun. It's fun to stay at the YMCA. You know, it's fun to stay at the YMCA.
You know, they have everything for young men to enjoy. You can hang out with all the boys.
Oh, all of them. It's fun to stay at the YMCA. It's fun to stay at the YMCA.
You know, you can get yourself clean. You can have a good meal. You can do whatever you feel.
Now, listen, young man. Are you listening to me? I said, young man, what do you want to be? I said, young man, you can make real your dreams, but you've got to know this one thing.
And what is that?
No man does it all by himself. I said, young man, put your pride on the shelf, and you can just go there to the YMCA. I'm sure they can help you today.
I've always felt that it's fun to stay at the YMCA.
It is fun to stay at the YMCA.
I mean, they have everything for young men to enjoy. You can hang out with
all
the boys.
Yes, it's fun to stay at the YMCA.
It is fun to stay at the YMCA.
You can get yourself clean. You can have a good meal.
You can do whatever you feel.
I feel like we're being a little repetitive.
I don't know if that's true.
I was once in your shoes, young man. I said I was down and out with the blues, and I felt no man cared if I were alive. And I felt the whole world was just so jive.
Is that when someone came up to you and said, young man, take a walk up the street?
Yes, it's a place there called the YMCA. They can start you back on your way. It's fun to stay at the YMCA.
It is fun to stay at the YMCA.
They have everything for young men to enjoy.
You can hang out with all the boys.
Yeah, it's the YMCA. It's fun to stay at the YMCA.
Yeah, young man, there's no need to feel down.
No, you can get yourself off the ground. It's fun to YMCA. It's fun to stay at the YMCA.
Are you listening to me, young man?
What do you want to be?
You'll find it at the YMCA.
The YMCA. No man does it all by himself.
Young man, put your pride on the shelf.
YMCA and just go to the YMCA. Young man, I was once in your shoes.
Young man, I was down with the blues.
The YMCA. It's fun to stay at the
YMCA.
Well, I didn't say that. It just ended with that.
I think we've made our point, though.
Did you?
Yes. But if you are looking for a place to stay after you've burned a flag in Northampton, the YMCA.
I'm not sure. I believe the Hampshire County House of Correction is the place that you go to after that. But he's a juvenile, so he might
probably not go there.
He's probably going to a house somewhere.
A temporary home.
A house in a neighborhood that you wouldn't even know housed kids like that. Ooh,
yes.
There's fire starters and thugs in there. Didn't even know about that.
Yeah, things you learn.
Let's see. Christmas is right around the corner. Can we believe we're talking about that already? Which means Santa's keeping busy and making sure things are ready in time for December.
Oh, this is the busiest time of the year for him.
Since he's got his hands full, some of his helpers at MGM Springfield are working with the YMCA of Greater Springfield to shore everything's set for his breakfast with all the local children. I once told this jolly old St. Nick, there's no need to feel down.
Santa, pick yourself off the ground. I said, Santa, because you're in a new town.
Yeah.
There's no need to be unhappy.
More than 700 families are expected to attend the event on December 12th, with each child receiving a toy, hot breakfast, and photos with Santa himself. You can get yourself clean. You can have a good meal.
You can do whatever you feel.
You can, anything.
But you got to be 21 to walk on the gaming surface.
That's true. MGM Springfield Director of Philanthropy. Well, that's why you can go upstairs to the ballroom in the movie theater.
Sure.
Community engagement Jennifer McGrath explained what kind of work Santa's helpers were up to on Wednesdays ahead of the event. We, as secret elves, are making the magic happen a few months early. Our team is doing crafts, we're doing backdrops, we're supporting decorations. We want to make sure each child within the city and certainly YMCA that serves has a special event. And then she said, young man, there's no need to feel down.
He said, young man, pick yourself off the ground. Young man, because you're in a new town, there's no need to be unhappy.
It's fun to stay at the Y. It's fun to stay at the YMCA. It's fun to stay at the YMCA. And that's the news on Rock 102.
Oh, well, so glad we gave away those Rush tickets. Anyway, we're back. For now, we've moved into another room for those of you who are saying, hey, was there dead air?
It sounds different, doesn't it? Do I sound low?
Let me adjust you there. Okay.
Adjusting.
We're
sound like we're in a tin can.
All right. So now let's just kind of review what you've missed for the last
40 minutes.
40 minutes or so.
Yeah.
There was a major meltdown that was not our fault. We did not plan this, and we have top men working on it now.
Yeah.
Top men.
Yeah. So we had to move into a different studio in the building, the backup studio. This is the backup.
Yeah, so in case of an actual emergency, this is where we go.
Yeah.
And it's an uncomfortable thing because you don't have access to your stuff.
Well, I have a phone, and I can look up news articles, I guess, on here and read the news off that.
The 7 o'clock view from the couch I had was maybe one of the most brilliant things I ever written.
That's a throwaway.
That's gone now.
Yeah.
Hopefully, we can get Zolak on the phone, but I'm not holding my breath on that one.
I don't know if that's going to happen.
It might not happen
Yeah.
today. We just don't know how long this little situation is going to take.
Actually, here's my reenactment of Scott Zolak. Ready? With the defense line, hang on, guys. 2 creams, 2 sweet and lows, and a shot of espresso. He's a sweet and low guy.
That's the weirdest thing.
Isn't
I
that
would
weird?
not have.
Him and I are so similar.
I don't know if that's actually true because neither one of you are 98-year-old nanas.
No, but we like to act like them sometimes. It's okay. It kind of gives you a little bit of that grit, that like aging grit.
It did seem to surprise you a little bit. But that was not something you would have expected.
Well, we were going back the other day to talking about, remember the guy I was telling you about that thought that airports were conspiracy theories? Because he just couldn't. How are these people? How are so many people going to all these different destinations every single day? And I said, that's your lack of understanding of how many people actually exist in the world.
Right.
But same thing with me. Like, you only focus on the things that mean something to you. You know what I mean?
Sure.
So I get the sweet and lows. I get the boxes. I'll grab a handful here and there from a Dunkin' or whatever and put them in my pocket and use them at an appropriate time. There are so many other people out there that use that saccharin, cancer-inducing saccharin packet.
Yeah.
It's popular. It's a popular item. There's more than just me using it.
To me, it's like the Anison of artificial sweeteners. It's like, who uses that anymore? It's like there's so many other options.
Hey, you know what? Dunkin' did away with it for a while.
And did everybody clamor to get it back?
There was a demand for it to come back, and now it's back.
Did anyone throw the gauntlet down and say, well, that's it. That's the last time I've ever come on a Dunkin'. They don't have any cancer-causing saccharin here.
I think that was more about remember a couple of years ago they did like a huge menu change and they took away a bunch of items?
Yeah.
That was one of them. But they also took away like I think it was like onion bagels or something. It was something that they had all the time, and then they got rid of all that stuff. Well, once they got rid of all that stuff, the people revolted.
Well,
and they ran not on Dunkin', but towards Dunkin'.
With torches and pitchforks.
Right. Say, bring back the sweet and low.
Because they didn't want to have to run away from a Dunkin'.
Right.
People love their Dunkins.
Right. People, Nagle's suffering over here. He doesn't have his sweet and lows. What are you doing?
He's balled up in the fetal position because he can't get his saccharin. He's all flipping and twitching and stuff.
And the good folks at Dunkin' heard, and they listened.
Yeah, well,
and they changed their policy.
Very good of them to do.
We still don't have onion bagels, but we have plenty of sweet and low.
Listen, we're going to try to make this as normal as possible. It's 7:28. We have news next on Rock 102. It's 7:32 with Bax and Nagle on Rock 102. It's time for news brought to you by Freedom Credit Union. Freedom is yours. Here's local radio icon Steve Nagle.
Thanks, Bax. I'm just pulling up a story here. Ready?
I'm sure.
We're just doing it very slowly to catch up with the internet on my iOS 18.
Wait a minute. Do we even have Wi-Fi in this room?
Sort of.
Okay,
There's
good.
a sort of thing.
All right.
I'm ready to go. Are you ready?
I'm ready.
A teenager is facing several charges after allegedly setting fire to a U.S. flag outside the Northampton post office. Northampton Police Captain Corey Robinson said that officers were called to a reported fire at the post office on Bridge Street around 7 p.m. Tuesday. When they arrived, they found that an American flag had been lowered on, but was still attached to a flag. Oh, so they lowered the flag, still attached to the pole. That's what they're trying to say.
Well, they're not going to, have the folding ceremony while the flag is still on fire.
Investigators recognized the colors of the American flag, which appeared to be burning in several areas as if sparks ignited several sections.
Now, the recognition of the American flag, was this the same one that's red, white, and blue nearly everywhere else in the country?
I believe this was Sergeant Francis Scott Key, who saw the sparks ignite.
Yes.
And the rocket's red glare, the bombs bursting in air.
Right. And the pedestrians crossing the street due to state law.
Gave proof through the night that their egos had air to them. A certain air about them.
Yes.
That felt that they were entitled to cross whenever they wanted to without looking across the street. A 16-year-old suspect reportedly fled the scene, but was arrested a short time later on charges including vandalizing property, burning personal property, disorderly conduct, and setting fire in the open. This is not the first time Northampton has had a flag burning incident. This summer, Western Mass News reported on vandalizing and burning of pride flags outside of Thorns Marketplace. While it is unclear what the motive was behind Tuesday night's fire, Eric Dunn-Gaudette of Northampton said it's important to lower the temperature, especially when it comes to today's political landscape.
It's also important to lower the temperature of a burning flag, too.
Yeah, you got to put that out with some water.
Yeah, that's probably the most important part.
Western Mass News tried contacting Northampton police, but they were unavailable to talk to them yesterday.
Because they were busy putting out a fire, a burning flag.
Well, you dopes! Don't you know we're busy?
We got time to talk to you. We're too busy trying to put this flag out.
The investigation is ongoing, and the post office was open Wednesday as scheduled. Neither rain, nor sleet, nor hail, nor burning flags will stop the post office from delivering mail. An armed carjacker is being held without the right to bail following a dangerousness hearing, and the teen is also facing charges in connection with the March shooting outside Union Station in Springfield. What are you doing jacking cars?
I don't know, but he's not going to be getting off.
Yeah. Well,
from this situation.
How do you get a car in that situation where you're ready to?
I think you got to be gentle with it. You got to say nice things. You have to be able to, if you just sit patiently, I'll fill you with gas.
You have got one of the nicest trunks I have ever seen. What are you going to do with all that junk?
All that junk that's in your trunk?
All that junk. I'm going to get you drunk. The last time we broke into spoken word song, we went off the air.
Yeah, and we still could.
You never know.
Day is young.
The dangerousness hearing was just the latest in a list of legal issues and proceedings connected to 19-year-old Malachi Williams. If you remember, on Monday, September 29th, shortly before 2 p.m., they're asking us to remember one of their stories.
Well, they've got it on all the file footage, don't they? Don't they have to go back and look at the old files?
If you remember on Monday, September 29th, I should remember that because you had it as breaking news yesterday.
Listen, I can't remember what we were talking about 45 minutes ago when we went off the air. You expect me to recall all your stories?
We were talking about the YMCA, and I was trying to figure out, why did we get on that? And it was because of that young man who burnt the flag outside of the post office. We were talking about there's other better alternatives for you to do.
And you said, young man, there's no need to feel down.
Young man, just pick yourself up off the ground.
And then, listen, I think maybe that song is a bad omen for us.
That could be the pet possessed thing, right?
Yeah.
Anyway, if you remember, on Monday, September 29th, shortly before 2 p.m., Springfield police arrested Williams in connection with 3 outstanding warrants. Williams was taken into custody after he was spotted on Pearl Street and attempted to run into an unoccupied apartment. One arrest stems from the incident on March 25th. Officers responded to a shooting outside of Union Station and located 2 gunshot victims who were suffering from non-life-threatening injuries. Officer arrested 2 juveniles in connection with the shooting and recovered an illegal firearm. 4 months later, Williams was arrested in connection to an armed carjacking that took place on July 12th. This guy loves jacking cars.
And he's expecting to get off?
Oh, man.
These charges?
You and that. I would catalytic converter you all day long.
Again, this guy needs to find other ways of occupying his time. You jack cars all day, but that's, he's going to throw out a rotator cuff and maybe get some carpal tunnel or something.
Yeah, a little oil all over you. Yeah. Well, who's going to clean up that mess?
I mean, listen, there's some detailing operations around the area. They'll do a good job, but not if you're showing up with an oil spill every 15 minutes.
You know how you know when a guy was just finished jacking a car?
No,
he's got kitty litter stuck all over him, like Wile E. Coyote in the tar factory after he hits the thing of feathers. Hey, what happened to you? Why is there kitty litter all over you? This car I was jacking tonight. Really? Sometimes I bring it to the gas station and I fill it almost all the way up, and just at the last second I take the nozzle out and spray it all over the back of the car. It's a photo finish.
Yeah, no, I get it. That is provocative.
Yeah. His next court date is November 18th, so he's got plenty of time to think about what he has done.
Oh, I'm sure he'll be reminded.
Well, when you're jacking cars all day long,
Probably all you're thinking about.
I just jack. Hey, where'd you come from? I was jacking cars all day, and boy, are my arms tired.
Well, one arm is tired.
Let's see. Staff at the log cabin in Holyoke recently came across an unexpected visitor. A scared puppy hiding beneath a dumpster on the property. It's unclear where he came from or if he was dumped there. Luckily, officers with animal control were able to come to his rescue. He was safely coaxed out and appeared to be unharmed, but still very nervous. It also sounds like no one claimed him from Holyoke Animal Control, so he was transferred to the TJO, and where he's currently being kept on a 7-day stray hold. He's not up for adoption, but if he is, you're already your dog, and you want to bring him back home, call the TJO.
Yeah, and then you can answer all their questions. How come your dog was stuck at the log cabin?
Yeah, why was your puppy? It's not like there's a residential area. I mean, there is around there, but not that close.
Not really. I mean, is your dog mountain climbing?
Well, he was trying to get up to the...
if my dog saw a hill like that, he'd say, to hell with it. I'm not going up that.
My dog would go halfway up.
Yeah, see, my dog is 12 years old. He's going to look at that hill and kind of look at it like I would.
I only wanted to go halfway up to see where that plane crashed back in the 40s.
Am I in the wrong place, or is this where that dinosaur foot is?
Yeah, where's that footprint? I just went by there. Because I went to go. I did the video about Holyoke.
Oh yeah,
right. And I had to get I know everybody says you can just take the stock photo of those town signs.
Yeah.
But I kind of like to, be a method actor and go to the actual sign and take the footage of it.
Yeah.
And be there. So I was on that stretch of road yesterday. I figured out where can I get a good shot of that sign, and that's right on Route 5 there. And the dinosaur footprint. First of all, beautiful fall day to be driving through the Pioneer Valley.
Absolutely breathtaking.
And but I was driving past those dinosaur footprints, and remember those guys a couple of years ago who tried to dig up some of the dinosaurs? They were going to sell them somewhere, and it reminded me it would have been a great extension of our conversation about the artwork. Remember the guys were stealing artwork from the Louvre?
Yeah.
It's like, really, what do you do with that stuff?
Everyone knows where you got it.
The same thing with these guys who were trying to jack. There's carjackers, and then there's dinosaur footprint jackers.
Right.
Trying to jack the footprints of the dinosaur. It's like, where are you going to sell those things?
eBay? Facebook Marketplace?
And these are...
a tag sale? Forget about it.
Those are stories I'd like to see follow-ups on.
Yeah,
you know what I mean?
Me too.
Like, whatever happened with that guy? Did he ever get his dinosaur dream?
Or did he move on to bigger, more successful crimes?
Probably. He's probably a paleontologist now.
Well, at least he's turned his life around. Is doing something productive.
I believe that's what happens when you try to dig up dinosaur footprints. The Hampden County Sheriff's paleontology program.
It's a good way to get guys out of the prison system and into archaeology.
Well, they have a big sandbox outside they practice in.
Yeah, right.
And they throw commissary dollars.
Mm-hmm.
Oh, look, $5 to the commissary on a note. And
look, I found a pack of cigarettes.
Yeah.
Oh, it's my lucky day.
Ooh, GPCs.
Usually I have to do much more strenuous activity to get these cigarettes.
Your Pioneer Valley forecast today is going to be sunny with a high of 59. It is currently 44 right now in downtown Springfield. I'm Steve Nagle, and that's the news on Rock 102. Oh, yeah.
102 Springfield's Classic Rock. It's 7:51, and Aerosmith with Bax and Nagle at Rock 102.
Something weird going on?
Yeah, you hearing like one side of things here?
Yeah.
Yeah, I don't know what's going on here.
Well, wait a minute. I'm hearing both sides.
Yeah.
It was just weird.
Yeah.
The music was, I don't know.
I'm hearing like one side, like we're somewhat, well, I'm not going to.
Well, hey,
anyway,
we're back.
We're back to where we're supposed to be. Here we are. A little bit of a problem, a little bit of a snafu, but everything is back in order.
In order.
At least that's what we're told. So Scott Zolak will probably go on as planned We have things to give away. We got we're dating a virgin. There's a lot going on over here.
All right, so here's some responses from the Route 10 Tire listener line since we were off the air for like 40 minutes.
Yes.
I did use the opportunity to listen to 100.5 Wilson Phillips' Hold On and sing it in its entirety to my 16-year-old son as I drove him to high school, so he thanks you. The harmonization was so moving.
Yeah, I find that hard to imagine.
Well, I mean, that's a great song by Wilson Phillips.
Yeah, but we're not going to play that for you here.
What happened to your station? No longer hear it on my radio in my truck. And then back on both stream and the radio. That was like the moment everybody rejoiced.
Yeah,
that we were back. The live was great. Okay. Thankfully, I just tuned in. Sounds like 7 a.m. problems. We did.
Yeah, that's exactly what happened.
Thankfully, I just tuned in. Sounds like 7 a.m. Wait a minute. Hold on. And I always thought that I'd be a Tom Petty song that would blow up the board, not the YMCA Village People. We were we were speaking the lyrics to YMCA.
In a conversational tone.
Right.
Yeah.
It's called comedy. That's how we were doing.
Well, for whatever reason, somehow the comedy was clamped down on, and it never actually happened.
And as soon as I belted into, that YMCA,
yeah,
that's when everything just shut down.
I don't know what that's
so
all
hopefully we won't have any more of those snafus.
Well, I hope not. And, for those of you that felt compelled to tell us that we were off the air, believe me when I tell you, we are always the first ones to know.
Yeah.
You can just keep your pants on. We're aware. We know.
And we're back, baby.
Yeah, no, we're back.
We got Scott Zolak coming up after 8 o'clock.
Mm-hmm.
We have, what else do we got coming up?
Well, we have things to give away this morning. And, now that everything has been kind of jostled around, I'm kind of on the fence about which great prize to give away.
Well, right now would be the Thunderbird.
Thunderbird Thursday, yes. Let me get all my Thunderbird Thursday stuff. Here we go. Yes. The Thunderbirds are back on Saturday against the Hartford Wolfpack. We have a 4-pack of tickets. The prize pack also includes 4 hats, 4 koozies, and again, 4 tickets to the game. 10th caller right now, 293-1021.
Yeah.
Good luck to you.
Let's do it.
It's Bax and Nagle on Rock 102.
And now, Bax's View from the Couch. Brought to you by Rocky's Ace Hardware, Outdoor Power Headquarters, Steel, Ego, Craftsman, Toro, DeWalt.
Hey, good morning, sports fans. How the heck are you? Folks, let's face it, there are a million reasons to be critical of ESPN. Between the $100 million contract they gave Stephen A. Smith to the 10% equity stake that was involved in acquiring the NFL Network, to their share of the 11-year, $76 billion broadcast deal they signed with the NBA, to the hundreds and hundreds of people who were fired over the last 15 years who were joyfully working at the ESPN studios in Bristol, Connecticut, just a mere 44 miles away. There are loads of reasons to think that ESPN seems to be run by a bunch of money-grubbing jerks. However, because I'm a fair-minded fella who refuses to be consumed with unhinged fits of outrage or spitefulness, I thought I would take a very brief moment to talk about when ESPN does something right. And while it's taken me more than 30 years to get there, I think I'm finally ready to say something nice. Last night, as you may know, the NBA began their regular season. In doing this, the worldwide leader in sports also aired the recently acquired debut of Inside the NBA, which had been previously on TNT for decades. When TNT failed to maintain the rights to NBA basketball, ESPN quickly swept in and absorbed the show with Shaq, Kenny Smith, Ernie Johnson, and Charles Barkley, along with most of the show's entire production crew. And to their credit, they left it alone and let it remain as the best pregame show in sports. Even Charles Barkley, who has been critical of the network for years, said that it was an honor and a privilege to be on ESPN. At which point, Kenny Smith asked, "Do you want a napkin for all that kissing up you just did?" And that, my friends, was all the proof that anyone is going to need that after all this time, ESPN has finally made a good broadcast decision. Oh, sure, it took a while, but apparently somebody was smart enough over there to know that you don't always have to screw around with something that doesn't need fixing, doesn't need adjustments, and certainly doesn't need anyone's interference. And this was one of those very rare moments on ESPN. Of course, I don't expect it to last, but at least they're off to a good start. But hey, enough of my yapping. Sports brought to you by Rocky's Ace Hardware. Bob is a man of steel. Bob's a steel-trained technician at the Agawam Rockies. He even has the mighty and orange white needs for service and repairs. Bob is your guy. A steel-trained technician in Agawam, and you'll find one of them at every Rocky's Ace Hardware. I'm Bax. That's my view from the couch. Rock 102, Springfield's Classic Rock. It's 8:09 in John Mellencamp with Bax and Nagle on Rock 102.
Mix of sun and clouds with a high of 60 today. It is 45 right now in downtown Springfield. Now I can't hear anything.
Yeah, I'm telling you what, everything is falling apart in this place.
Something's going on here today.
I'll tell you what's going on this right. Scott Zolak, the window into the Patriots, brought to you by Window World of Western Mass. Windows, doors, siding, and more. It's Scott Zolak. How you doing, Scott?
So good, guys. How you doing? Hey, what the hell happened this hour?
There was some bugs in the system, I guess, and the top man fixed it, and we're back on the air. Have you ever had that happen to you, though, like in the middle of a game broadcast where everything just goes dead?
Good question. 13 years, I don't think I've had it happen.
But you've been a broadcaster for a couple years, and I guarantee something has crapped the bed while you've been doing it.
Oh, my God, on air, yes, 100%, like during a show, like we're on TV, too. So when a simulcast goes down, it's like 10 different things. And the funny thing is, there's this big window in front of our studio, and you see the engineers running back and forth in full sprinting. It's funny to tell to see the guy with the, it's funny, like, all the engineers wear these flannel shirts and jeans, and it's like they're in uniform. You're laughing because you know you have it in your
we got the same guy.
Yeah, he just showed up in his winter or fall flannel this morning as well.
Now here's the crazy part about it, Scott. This is absolutely true. So he comes in, he knows exactly what the problem is. He can hear the problem, and he says, "Yeah, there's a part that needs to be replaced." And then he says, "I happen to have that part in my car."
Like, what are the odds of that?
What a chance! I mean, I got empty coffee cups. I think I got some maybe a fingernail in there somewhere.
I got some Sweet and Low packets that are all over the floor of my car.
Oh my God!
Yeah,
I got more today at Dunkin'. I walked right by and there was like 50 in there, and I took like 10.
Yeah,
I stock up on them when I go.
Unbelievable.
But this guy's carrying around.
I used to have a grandfather that would go into hardware stores and buy the belts for your car, and we would open his trunk, and there's like 10 belts in there.
Yeah.
I'm like, what the hell are these for? And he's like, you never know when the belt, when your spinner goes to your fan in your car. And I'm like, you drive around with these.
Yeah.
It's unbelievable.
Yeah.
This guy's got high-end audio equipment just laying around in his vehicle.
Yeah, he seems a little tapped.
He's very good at what he does, and thank God he was around to do it quickly. But it was a good 40 minutes. We were kind of picking our butts trying to figure out, well, now what do we do? Mm-hmm. But thankfully we...
I love it. I just sit there and do nothing. Like, it's all not my fault. It's his fault,
pretty much what we did. I mean, we went on Facebook Live just to kind of, fill up the time just because we were bored. But other than that, that was about it.
Facebook Live and the Facebook Reels are probably two of my favorite things I look at, which is pretty much ages me, right?
Do you watch my Reels?
I am on Instagram. Watch a reel. I was my wife runs my Instagram. I don't even know I'm on Instagram. So.
Oh, well, your wife has to start following Steve Nagle on Facebook. You can see all the reels I make.
Should we be talking to Mrs. Zolak instead?
You should probably.
Yeah. Let me speak to your manager. Let me speak to your manager.
You will 100% not know who the Patriots are playing this week, what time the game is, or where the game's at.
Yeah, she just knows she just wants you back for dinner time, or at least to
she doesn't watch.
All right, let's move on. Let's talk to you about the Patriots, and then put her on the phone so we can talk to her about technical issues after this.
So she can keep us on the air. So
all right, let's go.
Okay, let's talk about the Patriots here. They are tied for first place. Well, they got first place in the division. They're tied for the second best record, in the conference. Obviously, when you bang out 4 wins in a row, all of a sudden everyone's opinions start to change. But as simple, as easy as the Browns appear to be, they got a hell of a defense on them. I mean, what do they do to try to circumvent that defense in Cleveland?
Well, I mean, you gotta play the tight ends in this game, like both of them, and you put them right next to Will Campbell. The rookie, because they're going to take Myles Garrett and put him right over top of him. He's one of the best pass rushers, if not the best in the league. For whatever reason, He went back to Cleveland in the offseason and signed a $160 million contract. I'd go to Cleveland, too, if you gave me that much money.
I think you'd be
it's not the best place in the world.
I think you'd be surprised what the hell I'd be willing to do for that kind of money.
Could you imagine being relegated to Buffalo or Cleveland for your NFL career if that's you?
No. The only thing that'd be
two
worse would be
places you don't want to play.
only place worse would be playing for the Jets, and that would be it.
Do they know who their quarterback is?
No, I don't believe they
The
do.
owner said, yeah, what the hell did Woody Johnson say? That we can't win when a quarterback can't complete a pass. So
yeah, and then
Justin Fields won't be the quarterback. Yeah.
I'm pretty sure that that everything is going to blow up over there. But as far as this game in Cleveland goes, I mean, you look at the schedule and you think, well, that's a team that's literally falling apart. They don't know who their quarterback is either. And but to say that Drake May is going to go 91.3% completion rate this week is probably not realistic.
It's the most unrealistic stat, but he keeps doing it every week. And you would think that teams by now, you get 3 weeks of film on him, we can really confuse him on something or show him defensively he hasn't seen. But the kid just keeps getting better, and it's amazing. And we're getting to the point now in the season where we played enough games now, sitting there at 5-2. Still can't believe we're 5-2.
Yeah.
And my partner said it on radio. He goes, you realize that all they have to do is go 500 the rest of the way, and they're a 10-win team, and they're going to be 10-7, so they're 5-2. If you just go 5-5 the rest of the way in these next 10 games, you're going to win 10 games. And I'm like, well, wait a minute, they're not going to go 5-5. They're probably going to go, they'll probably go 6-4, 7-3, maybe.
Yeah. And
if you're talking about an 11 or 12-win team, which is crazy.
And Buffalo must be, soiling themselves that they had the bye week this week, because all of a sudden the Patriots can strike, get ahead, and then all of a sudden now Buffalo is chasing them. I mean, that's a weird spot to be in after a bye week.
Yeah, you got the league MVP. You got Josh Allen.
Yeah,
and you're chasing the Patriots, and that should not work that way. Where you got the Patriots and second-year quarterback that's on a rookie deal, and he's pretty much outplaying our guys who are making $65 million a year.
Do you think there's a danger of overconfidence this week for Cleveland?
Oh, hell no. But okay, so they said that. They said about the Titans, right? Because Vrabel coached there, there's going to be that bump of you fired our coach, we're going to play hard for you, and they did that. So Mike Vrabel was the consultant for the Cleveland Browns. Stefanski hired him last year. So he was in Cleveland for a year, overseeing everything on offense and defense. He spent a lot of time with the offense. So he's got institutional knowledge of how they like to play and what they like to call. So that's kind of like he has so much advanced scouting on his team already. Plus, we haven't played at home in 3 weeks. We haven't won many games at home.
Yeah.
Fans are going to be crazy on Sunday. So they're going to be loud. Team will be jacked up. We got Cleveland, and then we got Atlanta at home, and then we have to go play Tampa. And I think that's the real test, right? If we go down to Tampa and beat them, then it's on.
Yeah, I want to ask you about that whole completion rate stat. Again, 91.3%. You have Tom Brady never got really close to that. So many things have to happen in order for a guy to have anything close to a 91% completion rate. You got to have guys hitting the right routes. You got to have your linemen doing everything correctly, and you got to take advantage of a defense that's just not gelling at that point. 31-13. Obviously, the defense of the Titans not doing their job. But yet you said something that's absolutely true. Even though that number is mostly unattainable for like 99.9% of every quarterback in America, his numbers as far as completion rate just do keep getting better. And it's like, we talk about this week after week, the side-by-side comparisons of what second-year quarterbacks do, whether it's Josh Allen or Tom Brady or anyone else. It's very clear that there has been this massive change in Drake May and his effectiveness. What do you think that is? Is it just the talent, or is it the offense that's being designed for him, or both?
Well, you got a hell of a play caller in Josh McDaniels, and he knows now what Drake can and can't do. So he's really curtailing the offense for him. And the big thing is it's somebody different every week at the receiver point. So, like, Keyshawn Boutte catches 2 touchdowns. Pop Douglas should have had 2 last week. And then you look at it, it could be the tight ends this week. Could be the backs. Could be Ramondre on screen passes. Like, he's got – Josh spreads the ball around for him. And another reason it's so high, that percentage, Drake runs a lot. He's taken off 6 or 5 times in a game, and those are normally pass plays, right? So he's not throwing the ball as much as Brady did. That's where he's got Brady beat on this stuff. Tom never ran. He's running.
The other thing that kind of leaped out this week is the play of Clavion Chazen. I know I'm butchering their hell out of that name, but he was the AFC Defensive Player of the Week. Had a great game the other day. But this is a guy that played for Jacksonville, played for the Raiders. Things didn't work out in either one of those places. What changes for that guy? Is it just is it the atmosphere? It's like a different a brand new start for the guy, or is he just kind of catching on to what he's supposed to be doing? What's different for him now than had been in the last 3 years of his career?
Yeah, it's a good question because I think it's a fresh start, right? When you're a first-round pick and it doesn't pan out, you don't have the numbers your original team wants, you move on. We used to have a guy here like by the name of Cal Van Noy, where it didn't work out for him in Detroit. Matt Patricia was there. He came back here, won 3 Super Bowls for us at the end, and now he's in Baltimore playing. A guy like Chazon comes here, and you got Barmore and Milt Williams in the middle, and you got Landry on the other side. So if I'm the quarterback or I'm the coordinator, I'm trying to protect from those other guys, and it turns him loose on certain situations. He's been a really good player for us.
As far as injuries go, I mean, Stephon Diggs is still kind of questionable. You got a lot of other guys that are still kind of banged up, but
yeah, I wouldn't look too much into the questionable things. It's that time of year, 7-8 games. Everybody's bruised and bumped, and if you're sore and you miss a period of practice, they have to put you on the injury report. And that gets blown out of proportion.
Yeah, and I would think that if you're kind of running a wave of success, 4-game winning streak, every player, no matter how banged up they may be, wants to get on the field.
Oh hell yeah! Plus you're playing at home again. You want to play in front of your home fans.
Yeah.
Hey, speaking of which, how many turnovers would it take for you to personally start warming your arm up to start throwing in the game?
4.
4?
4's a
wow, that's pretty good. Now, what's louder?
It's like Tua. I don't know if you saw the Dolphins game, but I saw some of the highlights. Tua was so bad last week, and it got to the point after the 4th interception, they showed McDaniel, and he's pointing for Quinn Ewers to go in. He couldn't take it anymore. They'll tolerate about 3 interceptions. Once you get to 4 and 5, you're gone.
That's when you start kicking in. You're like, I'm taking over this game right now. This is what I'm doing. I was born to play this game, and I'm going to finish it. Now, what's louder? Yeah. Is the crowd at Gillette louder or the booth when you run out of Sweet and Low packets?
It's the booth at Sweet and Low packets.
Yeah, that's what I'm talking about.
Equals awful. It's got an awful aftertaste, and I hate Splenda. Splenda's the worst.
I know, it's gross, isn't it?
Sweet and Low's got an aftertaste too.
Yeah, you can take the stevia. You can take the stevia too and shove those where the sun don't shine.
We had an extensive conversation about you and me and how similar we are with these Sweet and Low packets, and I share your sentiment about the Starbucks not having Sweet and Low anymore. What is that all about?
I have no clue. It's literally the best coffee out of a chain restaurant that you can have. Like you get a cup of Starbucks, your juice, you only need one of those for the day.
Yeah, what do you get?
There's nothing worse when they don't put enough cream in it, and they don't put a little splash of the cinnamon powder in there, and they put equal in. It's awful.
Yeah, it's disgusting.
Let me ask you this: what would have happened, during your playing days, if all of a sudden the NFL says, "Hey, you know what? Saccharin, Sweet and Low, is now a banned substance in the NFL." I mean, what would you have just up and quit at that point and said, "I can't play a game that's going to be this vicious and sad"?
Oh no, you make too much money. You just start. I drink water for that.
I think I saw.
I'll just do. I'll get Tang. Remember to drink Tang? I'll just drink Tang all the time.
Well, that's an act of desperation there.
I remember that time Pat the Patriot was seen doing lines of Sweet and Low right off the sideline.
You people are sick.
Yeah. But we're accurate.
Yes,
that's what it is.
We are that.
Probably.
All right, so we're going to talk to you next week.
Yep, I'll talk to you Friday, guys, right?
Perfect, yes. Yeah. Friday of next week. Scott Zolak, right. Great to talk to you. We'll talk to you next week. Brought to you by Window World of Western Mass. It's 8:22 on Rock 102. Okay, it's 8:25 at Bax and Nagle on Rock 102.
One of the Irish brothers from Western Mass News will have the forecast for. I can't remember who it is today.
The Sullivan kid.
It's either Sully or is it? It's Liam.
Yeah, I believe it's the Sullivan kid this week.
All these Irish names going on.
I don't know.
Well, sometimes they write like they're Irish with the spelling mistakes.
Hey, Rock 102's annual Mayflower Marathon is right around the corner, 3 days prior to Thanksgiving. It's a 52-hour-long broadcast that begins on Monday, November 24th at 6 a.m. and goes until Wednesday, the 26th at 10 a.m. outside the South End Market at MGM Springfield. The goal this year is to fill as many trailers with non-perishable food donations for the open pantry as possible. Food, non-perishable, and food that has not yet expired. That's something we
That's
found
a
out.
huge thing.
It's a huge thing, and we just found out yesterday that unfortunately there had been some donations that were given to the open pantry that were expired. Almost 20% of what they had on the shelves had to
I'm
be
still trying
removed.
to figure that out.
I
Did
don't know.
somebody donate that much food all expired?
Well, I don't think that the food lasts on the shelves long enough to expire on its own, so it had to come in pretty close to the expiration date or past the expiration date because the numbers that they're serving for food right now have increased substantially. By the way, I want to thank some of our sponsors, Capital Moving and Storage, Armand Trucking, Xfinity, Camping World of West Hatfield, Michael's Party Rentals, MGM Springfield, and more. Start your donation up. The Mayflower Marathon right around the corner. Check it out at rock102.com.
Armand Trucking. What have they ever done for the community?
Are you kidding me? What haven't they done for the community?
That was a joke.
I know.
Yeah.
That is a community conscious company right there.
I believe
The
they
whole
are
family.
the community, and everything just works around them.
They
because they do so much for everybody.
I think was it last year or was it the year before at the Bright Nights Ball?
Yeah.
They were recognized for their service to the community.
Yeah.
As a whole video of stuff that you completely forgot that there was them that did all of these things, and you just go, holy smokes! This is just like an endless amount of work for the community. Armand Trucking, amazing company.
Except for that youngest Armand boy who puts ketchup on his hot dog. That's the kid that guy.
Yeah, that's the one that embarrasses the
That's
whole
the one.
family.
Yeah,
That's the
it's a
one.
black sheep of the family putting ketchup on the hot dog when everybody else is American apple pie. And by
If
the way,
that's the worst you can say about that guy.
Yeah.
That's okay.
I am obviously kidding, of course. They are an amazing group of folks that help out whenever the call is put out there to them. So thank you to the folks over at Armand Trucking. By the way, some guy on the Route 10 Tire listener line was talking about, because we had this major meltdown back at 6:45 this morning.
Right.
Where we were off for about 40 minutes while it was being fixed. And then we're back on, and we're back in the studio, and this guy says, the audio is still weird. It still sounds like you're close, and sometimes you're far away. And I said, that's because Grover fixed our system. Sometimes we are near, and sometimes we are far away.
And that's why you can hear the footsteps in between conversations.
Wait, remember the trotting from the horse we heard?
This has been the weirdest day we've had in a long time.
Yeah, but we're still here.
Yeah, I know.
And we're still going strong.
That is the truth. We got news coming up next to Rock 102.
Here's your Western Mass News First Alert Forecast.
8:33 with Bax and Nagle on Rock 102. It's time for news. It is brought to you by Aquapump, an expert in all water supply systems from the well to the pump and into the house. There's local radio icon Steve Nagle.
Thanks, Bax. 2 police vehicles were struck by a driver on I-91 in Enfield Tuesday night. State police said that they, along with Enfield police, responded to a vehicle fire on the highway near exit 42. While they were on the scene, a driver collided with both the state police cruiser and an Enfield police SUV. A different car, not the one that they were observing on fire.
Sure.
The trooper and Enfield officer who drove the vehicles were out of them at the time. No injuries were reported. No other details were available, and Enfield police used the incident as a reminder to drivers to adhere to Connecticut's law that requires you to slow down and move over for emergency vehicles.
Slow down. You move too fast. You got to make the morning last.
Oh, I thought you were doing Vienna.
No. I'm doing Simon and Garfunkel.
Yeah. Slow down. You move too. Well, what happened last time we started
Yeah,
singing?
I know. I'm not going deep into it.
You don't want to do the YMCA again?
No, I don't
right.
think anybody else wants. I don't think our engineer wants us to do that again.
A teenager is facing several charges after allegedly setting fire to a U.S. flag outside of the Northampton post office. Northampton Police Captain Corey Robinson said that the officers were called to a reported fire at the post office on Bridge Street around 7 p.m. on Tuesday. When they arrived, they found the American flag had been lowered on, but was still attached to a flagpole. Investigators recognized the color of the American flag. I believe that is an American flag.
Is that the American flag
Well, how do
or
you
the French one? They're
Well,
both the same color.
Well, how do you know? It has red, it has white, and it has blue.
Do you see stars on it?
Yes.
Well, the ones that aren't burned, yes.
There's 10 left.
Gone through 40 of those stars.
That is pretty amazing, though, that investigators could recognize those colors of the American flag.
Well, there's one up at the office.
And noted another black flag that was next to it and attached at approximately the same height. That was they had cockroaches. That's the black flag.
The black flag,
Yeah.
yes.
The fire was quickly put out by firefighters, preventing further damage, and there was no threat to public safety. A 16-year-old suspect reportedly fled the scene, was arrested a short time later on charges, including vandalism and burning outside.
Without a permit?
I guess so, yeah. Western Mass News tried contacting Northampton police, but they were unavailable to talk to them today.
Did you keep trying, or was the phone busy, or they were just making no comment?
They just didn't want to talk to Western Mass News.
Right,
Yeah, Matt Price is a nice kid, but...
No, I'd give that kid every bit of information he asked.
I picture him like the Bart Simpson calling... When he calls the police department, it's like Moe's Tavern. Oliver Closeoff? Do you have any updated information about Oliver? Oliver Closeoff? Seymour Butts? What was that guy last week on the Route 10 tire listener line there?
I don't remember.
Yeah. Staff at the log cabin in Holyoke recently came across an unexpected visitor, a little scared puppy hiding beneath a dumpster on the property.
Oh, I've done that there.
Yeah. You have?
Well, hid behind the dumpster like a little scared puppy.
A scared puppy. It's unclear where he came from or if he was dumped there. Luckily, officers with animal control were able to come to his rescue. He was safely coaxed out and appeared to be unharmed, but is still very nervous. It also sounds like no one claimed him from Holyoke Animal Control, so he was transferred to TJO in Springfield, where he's currently being kept on a 7-day stray hold. Ooh, the stray hold.
Yeah, right. Is that Michael Strayhold that he used to play for the Giants?
Yeah, I believe, and then now he hosts some mornings with Kelly Ripa.
Yes.
Isn't that the same guy?
I believe that's the guy.
He is not up for adoption, but if he is already your dog and want to bring him back home, just contact the TJO.
And then and I'm sure no questions will be asked about why your dog was up at the log cabin, unless he was there for an event, like a wedding or retirement party.
Well,
a Rock 102 event, perhaps. Bacon Fest.
I would see him at Bacon Fest.
I could see that, yes.
He actually wants to know where the big bunk at Smoke went. And I'm like, we turned that into a German Oktoberfest. Completely different event now.
Yeah, right. But that's not to say it's gone forever.
Well, you never know. We
never know.
could bring things back. I mean, we could bring back Now Hear This. Or...
let's be careful about the things we choose to bring back.
What was the other one?
The mass hole.
The mass hat.
Mass hat.
Yeah.
That's right. The mass hat. Let's not ever speak of this again.
Why?
In case anyone says, yeah, that was really good, bring that back.
Nobody's ever going to say that. Nobody's ever going to say, can you play Now Hear This? They do want to hear the facts of the backs of life. Though.
Who doesn't?
That's what they really want to hear.
It was a great bit.
It was a great bit, and we had to get rid of it. But you know what? We had to get rid of a lot of things over the years. So, an armed carjacking suspect is being held without the right to bail following a dangerousness hearing, and the teen is also facing charges in connection with a March shooting outside Union Station in downtown Springfield. The dangerousness hearing was just the latest in a list of legal issues and proceedings connected to 19-year-old Malachi Williams. If you remember, do you remember?
The 21st day of September?
The 29th night of September?
No, I don't.
Shortly before 2 p.m., Springfield police arrested Williams in connection with 3 outstanding warrants. He was taken into custody after he was spotted on Pearl Street and attempted to run in an unoccupied apartment. One arrest warrant stems from the incident on March 25th. Officers responded to a shooting outside a Union Station and located the 2 gunshot victims who were suffering from non-life-threatening injuries. Officers arrested 2 juveniles in connection with the shooting and recovered an illegal firearm. 4 months later, Williams was arrested in connection to an armed carjacking that took place on July 12th. So they had him in custody in March, and then he was back out, and then he did the carjacking on July 12th? During that incident, authorities said Williams crashed into 2 homes on Eastern Avenue. That's when officers seized a fully automatic ghost gun with a switch that made the weapon fully automatic machine gun.
You know, I'm getting the impression that this young man has not really learned his lesson. I'm going out on a limb, but that's the impression that I get.
Well, maybe his parents can shut off his phone.
I don't even know if that's going to be enough.
Yeah.
You just never know.
What's she doing?
I really don't know.
What? Are our guests here?
We've already had one of. They're already down here.
They are?
Yes.
Oh,
I don't know. I have no idea.
It's very distracting when you like, because she creeps down the stairs looking like she needs to tell you something.
Right.
And then it's like this, and I'm like, just bring him down.
Yeah.
I didn't realize they were already here outside in the hallway.
Oh yeah. No, she came down and she was made herself comfortable, and
this whole morning has been very distracting.
This is the weirdest damn show we've had in months. Maybe even longer than that.
I don't know why people crawl down the hallway and then stare at us through the window like we're goldfish in a bowl.
Could you guys please stop talking on the air while I ask you a very important question that could have waited until after you're done on the show?
You mean a very unimportant question?
Well, that's who's to say.
Yeah. Hey, by the way, that Santiago's in Westfield is fully reopened.
Fantastic.
After more than 4 months of work, Santiago's Family Restaurant is back open to customers in Westfield. I highly recommend you get those meatballs. They're like, it's like a fried meatball thing.
Yeah. With the rice in it?
Yeah.
Those are good.
Those are so good.
Delicious.
And the pork chop.
I like a good pork
which
chop.
takes like 45 minutes for them to cook.
So you got to order it in advance, maybe.
Well, you got to get, and same with the chicken. They have you can get a whole chicken while you're there. It's going to take a while. It's going to take like an hour.
But
it's worth
probably
the
totally
wait.
worth it. Totally worth it.
Well, where else can you go? You get like a fresh cooked meal like that right in front of your face. I bet you they got a chicken coop in the back there. Twisting necks off chickens.
That's fresh.
Well, the freshly snapped neck of a chicken, that's the kind of chicken that's...
Lip-smacking, freshly snapped chicken necks.
There's no additives. There's
no preservatives. Nothing but clean chicken.
Do you ever see one of those chicken pluckers? Like the bins?
Yes. It's disgusting and horrifying at the same time. But boy, I'll tell you what, it does seem to be effective getting all those feathers off.
Do you know how much stuff we wouldn't be eating if we actually saw the process and how it gets to that package in the grocery store?
I had a conversation with some people not that long ago who said that they were no longer eating beef because of how they slaughter cows. They were, however, eating the chicken. And I didn't have the nerve to say, do you have any idea how they prepare the chicken before it is sold? I didn't have the nerve to say that, but I've seen how chickens are plucked, and it ain't some high school kid just ripping feathers out of a chicken.
It's a very disturbing process.
Yes,
and you wouldn't want to watch it.
I would not suggest watching it at all,
unless you're into that kind of thing.
Now, having said that, if you paid attention to every video and decided not to eat things based on what you saw on TikTok, you'd never eat food again.
Well, I don't know.
Of any kind.
It depends. It's your ick level. It's what you're able to ick.
What I don't see, I don't get the ick.
Really?
Yeah.
All right, well.
Find all that stuff to be very delicious in spite of the ick.
Your Pioneer Valley forecast today. A mix of sun and clouds with a high of 60. Tomorrow, more of the same with a high of 59. It's 46 right now in downtown Springfield. I'm Steve Nagle, and that's the news on Rock 102. Oh, yeah.
Zero down on a new classic rock. It's 8:50 in the Foo Fighters with Bax and Nagle and Rock 102.
It's going to be a mix of sun and clouds today with a high of 60. It's 46 right now in downtown Springfield.
You know, we've talked to the folks from 52 Summer for the last couple of seasons. They're about to have a brand new bunch of events coming up, and in the studio to talk about it is Angela Parks. Good to see you.
Good morning. How are you?
We're doing great. How are you?
I hear you're having a crazy morning.
This is not the old Bing Theater, right?
No, Steve. It is not the Bing Theater. Thank you very much.
Now, what's the exact address of this place?
52 Summer.
Oh, 52 Summer. There you go. All right.
I used to go to church at the Bing Theater. Did you know that?
Oh, really?
But this is not the Bing. This is actually its own separate entity.
Yes.
But you guys are going strong. You guys get some great events. I heard you had a great summer with all the music festival.
Busy summer, yeah. Yeah, and busy fall. This is we're winding down a little bit now, which is so crazy. But and we have James Montgomery coming in, which is super cool.
Very, very cool.
Hasn't been in the area for a little bit.
Yeah.
So we have him with Peter Newland. So it should be a good night.
Yeah. Well, we had Peter in here not too long ago, and he was having a big party to celebrate his birthday.
Oh, yeah.
That's the kind of guy whose story is so fascinating and frustrating at the same time. But yet, he still comes out, he still plays, it still has a following after all this time. It's great to have him still performing.
He's a true entertainer.
Yeah.
So my youngest son, who's 19, like just fell in love with him. He was like opening for this other group, and my kid was just like, what an entertainer, and what just a good dude. So it was nice working with him. He cares about the music, which is, and he came to us and he was like, I want to know about your mission. Like, how many artists do that? They just want to know how much I can pay them, right?
Well, that is part of the mission, isn't it?
Right.
If I can sell tickets, then you can get paid.
Yeah. So, but he cares, and that's what makes him different.
Yeah.
And we just enjoy having him, and so we're looking forward to seeing him again. And James is bringing some pretty cool people. In like his the drummer is from the guy who sings Mustang Sally. Is that Winslow? No,
Wilson Pickett.
Wilson Pickett.
Yeah.
That's it.
There you go. Yeah.
And the saxophonist is from the Beach Boys. So it's gonna be sort of fun.
That is cool.
Yeah, it'll be a different night.
Is this your second or third year?
We are going into our second year, and we have done so much.
I was going to say, because there's been so many events in that first year, but it does seem like you've been around for longer than
right?
that.
Oh,
Yeah.
it feels it too.
It does. But that's a great testament to what you guys have done, because I mean, not only is the space absolutely beautiful, but you've really done a great job bringing live entertainment back to Springfield. And there's been a lot of talk about certain venues not being usable anymore. They've gone into great amount of disrepair. Here's a venue that we have taken a lot of care to make it into a great place to go, and it's starting to pay off some dividends here.
Yeah, I mean, we are doing well. I mean, we have a really good model that we follow. I think sometimes people get frustrated with us because we have to stay true to our mission and to the model so we can stay in business.
Yeah.
We are an all-in. The ticket price is the ticket price. It's a all-in ticket, so you're not getting hammered with all the fees and everything else.
You're not the ticket master of Springfield.
No, hell no.
He's a master of your own tickets.
Yeah.
But and we're trying to bring affordable access to the arts back, and I think we're doing it. It's sort of fun. We do a ton of fundraising for local nonprofits. We work together with them. We have TJ O'Connor's fundraiser coming up soon. And we want to be part of the community. We're looking to be a staple in the community. So.
You guys are doing a lot of other events besides just performance events. A lot of, like you say, like a bunch of charity events. A couple of organizations are putting on events there. The Young Professional Society is doing some stuff.
Yep.
The space is available for that.
It is. And, that's sort of what keeps us going, too. We have weddings. We have Sweet 15s. You name it. We've pretty much done it in the space already. We're very fortunate that people love the space as much as they do, and they want to keep coming back. So we also started a community theater. So we have plays and musicals, and it's a lot of fun. It's really cover everything. We're the home of Mozo, which is a small subset of the Springfield Symphony Orchestra. They start their 5-show series with us on Sunday. So we have a lot of different things to offer pretty much for anyone.
Yeah, you got they're doing a classical double bass thing on the 26th. Then the Springfield Chamber Percussion Quartet.
That's right.
In November. That sounds actually pretty cool.
Yeah, that sounds really cool.
Yeah.
So I'm looking forward to it.
I think you need some comedy shows going on in here.
Steve, I've been saying that for a little bit.
Maybe we can...
but you're a little slow on the uptake, so...
Yeah, I know. It's that Nabil over in Westfield.
Yeah,
holding
that's
me
Oh
down.
my God, here we go. Do I get a spaghetti dinner too?
Well, we can get him to bring meatballs and pasta over the river, and
Great.
we can do a comedy show.
That'd be great.
Yeah.
Well, speaking of which, we have a caterer now at 52 Sumner who has some pretty awesome meal offers, so we
really?
don't need meatballs and
Yeah.
pasta.
All right.
Wow.
Well, you can still get them tonight for the $20 dinner and a comedy. I didn't mean to interrupt your interview.
Yeah, right.
here.
We didn't mean to interrupt your events with his event, but there you go.
But you have The Mentalist coming
I do.
in November. That's going to be a pretty good show. I would
Yeah,
think.
that sounds different, right?
Yeah.
I don't want anybody reading my mind, but
I'm going to have.
Maybe after the show is done, they can
after.
read it.
I'm definitely going to have to show up to the Pazar Craft Fair for the
oh my
TJO.
God,
Yeah.
isn't that awesome?
It sounds great.
You and your crazy dog should show up. Maybe you can get some
I don't know
merch
if
or
bringing my
something.
dog. He might get into things that he doesn't want to get
That
into.
dog could be
Yeah.
a very big distraction
Right,
in a
right.
lot of ways.
I'll just go and make sure we're
Not that
supporting.
Steve's a distraction in himself,
No,
right?
no, I'm a huge distraction.
Not in
Yeah.
the same way, Angela. Not in the same way at all. If someone wanted to find out more about what's coming up to 52 Sumner, what should they do?
Go to our website, 52sumner.com, Facebook page, 52 Sumner, Instagram, 52 Sumner. We make it super easy. So
Awesome. Angela, it's great to see you. Best of
thanks
luck.
for having me.
Absolutely. Date 57 with Bax and Nagle on Rock 102. Rock 102, Springfield's classic rock is... It's 9:13 with Bax and Nagle and Rock 102.
We are kind of awful people.
We are
We're
the
really
worst.
awful.
We are absolutely the worst. Again, talking about things that will never, ever, ever go on the air.
ever see the light of day.
Never.
Yeah.
Not a chance. Let's see. All right, listen, we had a big interruption today. We've talked about it ad nauseum. I'm sure you're all aware of it. But what that ultimately wound up doing, and this is the unfortunate part of it, is because we were off the air for a good 40 minutes, we were unable to give away a pair of tickets to see Rush at Mohegan Sun. Yeah, you can imagine how upset you people would have been to not have the opportunity to win those Rush tickets.
Who wants to go see them anyway?
Lots of people. They're going to be at Mohegan Sun on October 30th of next year,
Next year.
2026. But the tickets for that show go on sale on Halloween Day this year. So that's what's happening with the sale of that ticket.
All right.
Now, I happen to have some tickets to give away right now.
Ooh.
If you're interested in giving them away,
ooh.
or you and I could just take them and go see the show ourselves.
No, I'd rather not. I'd rather let somebody else go and turn around and sell the tickets for a higher price.
Fair enough. 10th caller right now, 293-1021. You could go see Rush at Mohegan Sun. Good luck.
You know what gives me a rush?
What?
I can't say it.
Bax and Nagle on Rock 102.